Welcome inside the Cathedral. I'm JB, and this is the space where the work, the world, and the wounds all get unpacked. No masks, no noise, just truth and creation. This week, we will take a look at PhonkCathedral's new single and video, ready to drop June 8th, called Bloodfire Ascension.
This is Cinematic Introspective, Issue 001, a newsletter by J.B. Clark, now spoken aloud. Today's episode is about naming a thing before you fully understand it, and what it costs to do that honestly. The track is called Bloodfire Ascension, and this is the story of how it came into being. Section 1, The Frame. It's late. The monitor lamp is throwing that pale wash across the desk, the kind of light that makes the rest of the room disappear. The session file is open, and the track is called Bloodfire Ascension, not because I chose it, because at some point, somewhere around week 3, the sound insisted on it, and I stopped arguing. I'm listening to the final mix on loop, not with pride, not with doubt, with recognition, like meeting someone I've been becoming for a long time without realizing it. The guitar is behind me, not silent, just present. The room still holds every note that didn't make it, every instinct I had to override, every space I had to learn to leave alone. The track ends. I let the silence sit for 3 seconds, then I hit play again. Let's talk about the name. Name surface. That's the only honest way I can describe it. Bloodfire Ascension didn't come from a brainstorm. It came from inside the track. That moment when you've been working long enough that the thing starts telling you what it is. And when a name like that surfaces, you have 2 choices. You can soften it, or you can commit. I committed, and it costs something. There's a blues lineage in this. Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf, Robert Johnson. Those men named things with mythic weight long before the world caught up. Those titles weren't descriptions, they were incantations. They told the listener where they were going before the first note. And dark funk, cinematic rage, they run on the same instinct. Different aesthetics, different lineage, same river, naming darkness into shape. The sound itself. The sub-bass is a floor, not a flex, a foundation. When it hits, you feel it reorganize your chest before your brain catches up. The percussion hits like decisions, not beats, decisions, each one chosen, each one carrying weight, and the silence between them, that's where the tension lives. The guitar, my instrument, is the ghost in the walls, not the lead, not the hero, just present, textural. That was the hardest part, harder than any technical choice. There's a version of me who would have filled every space with a blues lick, resolved every tension with a bend. That version can play, but he doesn't belong on this record. Making this track meant learning to not play, to let absence do the work. Ascension here isn't triumph, it isn't escape, it's rising through, not rising above. It's taking everything the past built, every lick, every late night, every instinct, and using it as structural material for something new. The old self isn't abandoned, the old self is load-bearing. The fire isn't destruction, it's the forge. That's what this track is, that's what it cost, and that's why the name had to stay exactly as it was. Section 3, Current State of the Build. Bloodfire Ascension drops Monday, June 8th. The video is already out. I watched it go live from the same chair I mixed it in, and the feeling was strange. Not pride, not relief. Something closer to detachment, like looking at a photograph of a room you no longer live in. That's the deal you sign when you release anything. I'd just forgotten how final it feels. And I'm already into the next thing. There's a sketch, no name yet. Different tempo, lower, slower. It feels like aftermath. I don't know what it's the aftermath of. I'm letting that answer arrive on its own schedule. There's a guitar line I keep returning to. 3 notes, same interval, same weight. I don't know what track it belongs to yet. I'm leaving it alone. Some things need to be left alone until they know where they're going. And there's a reference point I kept returning to. Portishead's Third, not as influence, but as reminder. That album weaponized restraint. Every sound held at arm's length. The space between elements as intentional as the elements themselves. You don't lean back into it, you lean in. You work for it. I played it repeatedly while building Bloodfire Ascension, not to copy it, but to reset my ears, to remember what controlled darkness sounds like when it's assembled with total intention. That's the standard. I don't know if I reached it, but I knew what I was reaching for. The last line. Something has been named, the fire is already burning, and what comes next is already in motion. This is Cinematic Introspective, published every other Thursday. Bloodfire Ascension. Stream will be available everywhere, Monday, June 8th. To see the videos, go to the PhonkCathedral channel on YouTube. I'll see you in issue 002.